Hello,
I'm the jailbird.
we're Flight Risk, and you're watching the hashtag Truth.
Watch it all fall down around you now. Was it ever really worth it? Having your kingdom crumble to the ground because you never had the courage. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up.
September 19th in Charlotte, North Carolina, Future Titan Wrestling brings in an actual Titan. I'm the alpha male Hunter Wolf, and I stand 7 foot tall and 350 pounds. And Dirty Joe, I'm going to show you why guys my size clean up the competition differently.
All right, everybody, and welcome to hashtag Truth. As I've got all my internet stuff figured out, we are going to be good to go. No more cutting loose right in the middle of the promos or shows or anything that. And we tonight have the one, the only, the greatest wrestler, the greatest. Well, I'll let him do that. The Outlaw.
Yes, sir, Mr. Lawson. You got the biggest bear in the woods, the meanest dog in the yard, and the most venomous snake in the pit, the one and only Outlaw, one half of Flight Risk.
There
How you doing
go.
today, sir?
I love it. Speaking of one half of Flight Risk, where's your partner at?
He is at home, as most of our fans know. He's littered with children. It's a holiday. So for once, he's out of trouble and at home doing what he's supposed to be doing. So
He's at home having a cookout, right?
something like that, I'm sure. Something like that, I'm sure.
So the first question I'm going to ask is, you guys have kind of turned the gimmick a little bit. The last time we had talked, Jailbird was in an orange suit. The last time I saw him, he's wearing a badge. Explain that.
Well, basically, up until the most little recent thing he did, he had cleaned up his act. He had paid his debt. So I figured I'd give him a chance. I mean, if he's going to be part of Flight Risk and be partnered up with the world's greatest wrestler, the world's greatest fugitive recovery agent, the world's greatest champion, if anything else, I could give the man a second chance. So I offered him a job with Flight Risk, and the man knows what he's doing, and he's doing what he's supposed to do, more or less. So
he's definitely a big help. As I was looking at your YouTube page and looking up some matches of yours on YouTube, and I noticed that one of them was against one of your favorite people in the world. It was against Mr. Crystal, and you had your partner there at ringside, and he had a friend out there in Little Donnie, and you guys kind of mixed it up, and of course at the end you won the match, but
no doubt.
It was a great match.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I step into each one knowing that I'm piss excellence and that want to be workers such as Mr. Crystal. They can't keep up. They can't handle my stuff. Jailbird's out there to make sure people like Little Donnie or Jeff Hart or whoever else wants to stand ringside and try to put their nose where it doesn't belong. That it's knocked back into their own lane, so to speak. So yeah, it's handy having him work with me instead of having to waste all my time and energy chasing him.
Right.
So,
But you gotta admit it had to be kind of fun. I mean, I loved watching some of the promos you guys did, back in the backwoods when you had him tied up and you were really trying to change his ways, and you'd go back there to check on him every once in a while, and those are some great promos, man. Them were some really good ideas.
well, I mean, I think on his end too, after a summer like we had last summer, I think he realized it's a lot better to have me, working with you than chasing you down.
Right.
And I mean, just look at the stress that I put Mr. Crystal under. He's retiring. He needs time to clear his head. Forced the guy to quit the business, more or less. Can't get himself booked nowhere. And, all he did was basically just get his butt handed to him a couple times, and then he pretty much just ran in fear. and I hate that. I didn't set out to put the boy out of wrestling,
Right.
but I mean, fear gets the better of some men. Sometimes you don't know who you are until you're put in that spot.
Well, I mean, a really good thing came out of it, and we're going to segue right into it. With all that going on, you started yourself a new show, you and your partner.
Yep.
Hashtag Butthurt. I believe you've got 10 episodes down right now. And so what's the reaction to hashtag Butthurt?
Well, it's 50-50. Our fans love it. Anybody that gets brought up in the show, some some of them like it. Some of them find it funny. I mean, you've been a victim of hashtag butthurt and took it in stride. Some people get butthurt, and it just is what it is. I mean, the nature of the business has changed.
I wish I could down a whole bag of goldfish in one shot like you did. I wish I could do that, but I can't do that. But it was funny. It was. I have to admit, here I'm slobbering all over myself. It was so funny. But yeah, it was funny stuff, man. I mean, if you're gonna get butt hurt over, a work, then I'm sorry. Wrestling's not for you. It's a fun. Everybody who watches the show should automatically know it's a work. I mean, when you have to do a show and at the bottom you have to put it's a work, it's a work, it's a work. That's scary stuff, man. I mean, seriously.
Well, we try to sit back and wait to see if somebody wants to call one of us out, and it just wasn't happening. And so, like, we tried to call a couple people out, and they would duck and dodge.
Or leave the state.
And the nature of the business is this: you got to have a thick hide, thick ass, because you're gonna get talked down to. You're gonna get your feelings hurt if you got them. You're gonna get your ass beat if you climb through the ring. I mean, I've took my losses. You know what I'm saying? If you're a worker, you take your losses, you take the ups, you take the downs. But I mean, if you can't figure after, I'm air quoting here, 16 years in the business, as he was claiming, and still can't do a flip bump. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I bet me and Jailbird, even after we played the death threats.
Oh my God, that was I don't know, that was kind of a mix between scary and really funny, because I mean, he sounded like he was busting, like he was going to have a hemorrhage of the brain. He was screaming so loud at you.
I thought, he strikes me as the type that every time I uttered something about him, he'd kick a puppy, and all he did was prove me right. I mean, we didn't set out to.
Who's his daddy? Who's his daddy has to be one of my favorite ones, man.
Who knew this whole time it was Jeff Hart, the man who's running out there right now from Tennessee all the way up to Canada, poking tiny dick holes in every chicken he can find. Go figure that Jeff Hart would end up being Weston's daddy.
Feel good said some funny stuff on there. I chuckled at a couple.
And I mean, I think I've stepped my game up here lately. I mean, thanks to the Macho King and Jailbird and Weston, who I've retired. I've basically got to the point with Mr. Crystal. Of course, we all know his name. Whenever he posted something online, it'd say right above it, Preston Schrott. But every time we posted something, I even tried to tell him it was a work. Hey, let's get together and sell tickets.
Right.
He just didn't get it. So I made a joke out of him. All I did is expose him for the joke he was. We quit using Preston in the shows, or Weston, because I mean, Weston got more popular than he ever was.
And Weston is traveling right now, I understand. I understand Weston away, but Weston is not done with Facebook, as I've seen Weston driving a Mustang. I've seen Weston all over the
I've seen Weston riding the bulls. I've seen Weston in the mountains. I've seen him I've seen him up where near Fancy Gap. I've seen him driving Mustangs. I mean, Weston's living it up.
Right. So, I think Weston moved on to bigger and better things.
He's moved on. He's retired from wrestling, and he's gone to bigger and better things. And I'm happy for him. I'm glad that we can make him famous. Not everybody can be as infamous as the Outlaw or the Jailbird, but we can at least make you famous.
All right. Well, here we go. We have Joshua Wolf, who has a question right off the bat. He wants to know your dream match.
My dream match still hasn't changed. I mean, Big Country's up in there. I'd still love to get Big Country in the ring. There's a couple guys around here that are really awesome. I'd love to have a crack at.
Right.
I think I've done a lot, but I could do a lot more. So
Right.
I'm not going to change that answer. I'd still love to climb in the ring with Big Country. I think we could sell some tickets. I think
Right.
we'd have fun. I mean, it is what it is. I'm going to stick with that answer.
Now, is there any possible way? I know you love the Outlaw gimmick. I know you love everything about it. You've got this thing down pat. Let me tell you. Oh my gosh, here we go. Before I even ask that question, Father Darkness says you don't want Big Country.
Father Darkness needs to mind his own.
Father Darkness retired here recently. Got out of the ring. His last night was at the Haliatsko Memorial Cup 6, where he was put in the Haliatsko Walk of Fame. Congratulations, Mr.
I can't take it legitimately. I mean, if you didn't invite the Outlaw, then it wasn't a real show.
Oh, come on, man. It was a really good show, man. I've got a lot of great pictures. Wednesday night, we'll be talking all about it on the HWA show. But, yeah, the Outlaw, man, you should have came out there. Uh-oh.
What we got?
Somebody with some questions. Oh, Mr. Matt Burns said he's got 2 questions. Who's your favorite wrestler and why am I?
Well, that's a good question. That's a trap. Matt Burns is a good, solid worker. I've had the chance to be ringside during a match, but I haven't got a chance to get in the ring with Matt Burns. One of these days, I'm talking to Jailbird about possibly another Reaper's Playground if him and Rage were down.
Ooh, now that's what I'm talking about. Flight Risk versus the Terror Kings in a Reaper's Playground match.
I mean, when you got a tag team like Rage Davidson and Matt Burns established, a lot of time spent together. They love pain. They love hurting people. They love getting in the ring and putting on a good show. And he's drinking talent. I mean, the guy's drinking talent. I keep talent in my truck. It's what keeps me going. And I know the patent may be pending on talent.
So, hey, the hell?
But talent's a good product they put out a couple years ago, and it works. So I think that'd be a good match. And if there's a booker out there that wants to pay good money for it, I'm sure that we can promote it and put some asses in seats.
Look at that. Matt Burns says we are in. Book it.
There you go. Wow. See, that's a worker.
Smiley Feelgood said Big Country's a good man outside of the ring. He's a good man both inside and outside of the ring, man.
Like I said, dream match. I'd like to have a run at Big Country. I'm not scared to get in the ring with him. I might take an ass whooping, but I can stand a real good chance of giving one too.
Yeah, that would be an exciting match, man. I'm interested in both of those matches. You at Big Country and the Reapers match versus the Terror Kings. My goodness, I would definitely be front row for that match. Somebody book that so I can come and watch that one. That would be an amazing match, man. No matter who wins, who loses, I guarantee you there's going to be some pain dealt out in that match.
Oh, it's a 50-50 shot of who's going to win or lose. But in the end, in a Reapers match, I mean, who really wins except the fans?
Who really wins? Because everybody's not going to get up the next morning feeling too good.
Oh, I'd probably be calling out of work the next morning.
Oh, Smiley said, not when you are toe-to-toe with him. It's bad for you. Well, I don't know.
Well, that's because Smiley has this little little thing running down his back. It's kind of yellow. It blends in with his spine. And you see, you can't be scared. You see how quick Matt Burns jumped on the opportunity to get in the ring with the Outlaw and Jailbird, knowing that there's going to be pain given and taken. Right. See, Smiley's all about that self-preservation. See, me, I'm more about let's put asses in the seats and let's let the Lord and the law sort the rest out.
Whoa, I like that. That's my chair. I liked it so much. I'm at the edge of my seat. My chair almost came out from under me, man.
Well, you're asking a lot of that chair.
Oh, I am. This chair is screaming underneath me. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. So, You have got a video that you have just put out. It's hashtag butthurt number 10. I figure why not? This is the best place to do it. Why don't we put it up there and let everybody see? If you haven't seen it, this is it. And I'm going to tell everybody a secret because he actually got this idea from me. I ain't going to toot my own horn, but he calls me up and he goes, Scott, I saw your commercial. I want to do one just like it, but I want to do it a little different. Can I do it? I was like, you better believe I'd love to see what you what you can do with it. And he did this, y'all. This is definitely funny. You got to watch this. Here we go. Let's set it up. All right. We'll be right back after this. Hashtag butthurt.
Hey guys, I'm the Outlaw, one half of Flight Risk, Jailbird. And we got what you need. Are you tired of paying for wrestling training to become a professional wrestler? Really? Really? Are you tired of putting the work in the ring to become a professional wrestler? Really? Really? Are you tired of showing up at shows and watching other professional wrestlers doing what you secretly want to do? Really, really? Really, really? Really, really? Flight Risk and hashtag butthurt has the workaround that you need. Thanks to GPW. With GPW, you can spray a little on and without any formal training, without any time in the ring, without paying a single cent. Wow. I feel better already. Yeah, I can feel it. I feel like I'm ready to hit the top rope. All right. With GPW, you can become a professional wrestler without any training whatsoever. Comes complete with a title belt, a trailer in the background, and the ego to match. So if you're tired of actually training to become a pro wrestler, if you're tired of putting in the work, the exercise, the mental awareness, learning such things as ring psychology could be as simple as spraying one can of GPW.
I sprayed GPW and it worked for me.
I sprayed GPW on my nuts, and not only did I get laid, my nuts are now professional wrestlers. So thank you, GPW.
Oh my God. It comes with a title belt and a trailer in the background. Oh my gosh, that's too much, dude.
Yeah, we just put the commercial up.
Oh my God, I can't even sit on my seat. This is too good.
We just put the commercial up. From now on, we're just going to give you a little snippet on Facebook, and the full episodes are going to be on hashtag butthurt on YouTube for everybody to watch for the extended cut and the whole episode. So if you'd like to hear more about the Macho King endorsed GPW, as in how it's made and that sort of thing, you know, just pop on over to YouTube and check it out on hashtag butthurt.
Wow. That's just some crazy stuff, bro. I mean, you gotta laugh at stuff like that. If you can't laugh, then excuse me, ripping burps. You just gotta have fun with it, man. I mean, look at what you did to me. I mean, of course, you know, you made fun of me being fat. Of course, you made fun of my glasses. Of course, you made fun of my hat and everything else. It was great stuff, dude. I thought it was funny. As a matter of fact, I told you to do it. I was like, please, I want to hear what you have to say.
You're one of the few that actually hit me up and was like, do me. Yeah,
me. I want to hear what you got to say, man. Let it all hang out. I'm gonna laugh, and I did, dude. I almost fell on the floor laughing when you brought that out.
Well, you know, I get hit up by people
like the second or third episode.
When people hit, you know, it's like the disconfobulated devil when we put him on. I mean, he took it in stride. I mean, but I knew he wasn't going to get mad. I mean,
45 years in the wrestling business, and he's still
87 years in the ring. And just bringing his name up right now gave him another 5 years, so 100 years in the ring for the Dizzy one. All because he's a master of Aikido. And
it's funny stuff, man. I'm sorry, it is too funny.
Well, I mean, the day I decided, you know, waking up and climbing in the ring and whipping somebody's ass ain't fun no more, I'll be out of the business. You know,
right?
It just is what it is. I mean, I wake up every morning and if a thought hits me that's funny, I'll kind of circle it around until it works around to the next week, and then bam, another hashtag butthurt. So
right? I mean, there's plenty of it out there to dish out. I mean, come on, man. There's plenty of guys who come in the locker room and they rib each other and they have a good time. This is no different. You're just doing it out on Facebook instead of in a locker room. I mean, you're just putting it out for the whole world to see. And you know,
every worker
people are going to get butthurt.
Every worker has heard shit like this. It's a rib. You know, everybody has heard shit like this. They say it in locker rooms. We mess with each other. We fuck with each other. You know, and the one thing workers need is just another way to get out there, get noticed, be seen. And you know, we just realistically kayfabe. You know,
I kind of look at it like this. Have you ever seen those you know, shows on TV where they do like they have a fryer and they have all their friends come on there and they make fun of them for, you know, a whole hour and you know, it to me it's like the same thing. You can't hear me?
I can hear you, but it's like you're talking through McDonald's. Can I get a double cheeseburger, hold the pickles, a medium fry, and
how does it sound now? Is it better? Is that better?
No, it's not better.
It's not better at all. What the heck is wrong with my stuff?
Yeah, he's gone.
You got it?
Okay, we'll just move past this.
Well, let's do this. I'm going to turn off my box and turn it back on. Give me 1 second.
All right. It's not hashtag truth unless there's some type of technical difficulty or an internet problem. But it seems like me and Jailbird aren't saying anything that workers, you know, rib on each other in the back in the locker room anyway. I'm just putting it out there.
Do I sound like I'm being ran through the mud still?
No, you're good.
Okay, good deal. God, that had me worried, man. I've been doing some stuff for Smoky Mountain Wrestling. As you know, I'm one of the announcers for their results show. So I was doing a lot of work with that and doing a lot of funny things with my box over here. And I probably forgot to take them all off before I started hashtag. But, you know, hey, like you said, it wouldn't be hashtag if something didn't go wrong during the show. That's just part of the gimmick. So
yeah, it's all part of the stick, buddy. It's all part of the stick.
Chad Jones is here. Thank you, Chad. How you doing, man? You're not interviewing Randy Wayne. Well, I hope Randy Wayne does come on hashtag truth. I might have him. No, I don't have Randy Wayne on my list. But if Randy Wayne wants to come and get interviewed, he sure can try. I would love to have him. And Chad Jones said, "Nice try, Larson." Oh, good.
Is that your super fan?
One of many. You know,
I'll be happy to know. Last time we were at that ACW show, I laid him out in the gravel.
Oh my goodness! I showed my wife a picture that she was there, but she wasn't paying attention during the beginning of that match when you actually are at the point of the match where you came out and actually, you know, hit me and knocked me down. She saw you come out, and then she went down because she thought, well, you're just going to go in the ring. No, you came over and knocked me down, and she looks up, and I'm already on the ground. She's like, what the heck? She said, I couldn't get mad because I didn't.
It was lay a couple licks in, and gravity did the rest.
Right? Yeah, you laid one good lick in, and gravity did the rest. That ain't no joke. That ain't no joke. When you get 450 plus pounds moving in one direction, it's hard to stop it. Let me just say that.
Yeah, I popped into Smoky Mountain Wrestling for just to check out what's going on there. You got some little scrawny dealer mill was the first one to call me out, so I had to pop in there and put it in his place.
Yes. Matter of fact, right after the show, you got to be in Memphis, Tennessee for that match.
Well, I'll pop in and put him in his place. Actually, I'm just kind of waiting for all these bricks I'm juggling to kind of line themselves up so that I could pop back into CWF. Right. That was the first place I went to, and I will pop back in there. And if anybody from CWF's listening or Smoky Mountain, it doesn't matter. When I said no one's safe, no one's safe. Not in a ring, not on an e-fed, not in a especially not in a ring, but not on hashtag butthurt. I mean, if we bring you up, I mean, you got two choices. You can sit on your thumbs and be butthurt, or you can do something about it. And apparently we seen what
I'm
happens
waiting
when
for that first person from #Butthurt to come back and do a promo against you, and then you guys battle it out with promos for a good week or two. That would be awesome. I know that's what you're looking for, and that's what the fans are looking for. We're looking for somebody to step up. I thought, Mr. Turtle was going to be the one, but he wasn't. He ran off.
no,
So
Weston ran off with a trail of piss behind him, and I know where he was the whole time. I could have went and I've took the dude home after his show. It's not like he doesn't know me.
right.
But I guess because he knows me, he did a lot of this, but when it came time for me to put him on the spot and make him back it up, he just kind of wigged out. But it happens. It happens. Like I said, some guys, you don't find out what they're made of until you put some metal on the shoulders and put some weight on them, see what they can take.
Right.
But that's why I actually look forward to, hell, somebody set a ring up. It's actually less work to do if it's a Reaper's Playground.
Right.
Pay Rage Davidson, pay Matt Burns, pay the Outlaw, pay the Jailbird, and we'll come by and put asses in seats for you.
Right.
We'll put our ass through the ringer for you and give the fans something to invest in, which is something that one of the few things that we agree on, Larson, is let's give the fans something to invest in.
That's it.
I mean,
that's what wrestling's all about. If you're not doing that, you're not a professional wrestler. I'm sorry, you're playing wrestling. If you're not giving me something to invest in every show, you're just playing wrestler. I'm sorry.
And basically, #Butthurt is just the Outlaw and the Jailbird throwing a rod and reel with a little bait on it and seeing who we can catch. I mean, we just lit up GPW. Let's see who in GPW has got the backbone, the testicular fortitude to step up. Let's see if there's anybody at GPW.
This is unfortunately too bad a lot do that.
This is true. A lot of people just turn tail and run back under the porch when the meanest dog in the yard steps in over their fence. They're used to running their own little yard, and then I come by and I just do what I do.
Without a doubt. Well, if you guys have any questions here for the Outlaw, feel free to put them up on the screen. I'll be more than happy to put them up here so the Outlaw can answer them. We're going to head to a quick commercial break right here, and when we come back, we're going to ask some more questions to Mr. Outlaw. So we will be right back. Let me find the one I'm looking for. Yeah, there's only 900 videos over here for me to choose from. All right, we'll be right back.
This is 4 Foot Batman. And 4 Foot Batman knows the home of great collectibles at awesome prices. Retro toys and collectibles, movie memorabilia, Magic the Gathering cards, wrestling figures, Hot Wheels, the always popular Funko Pops, and much, much more. He knows the Hall of Collectibles is located in downtown Cherryville, North Carolina, at 400 East Main Street. Give them a call today, 980-989-5181. Retro Toys and Collectibles, the heavyweight champion in collecting.
There you have it, Retro Toys and Collectibles right there in downtown Cherryville. Also, check out KingEnterprises.store for all great King Enterprises merchandise. Mr. King is one of the greatest managers in professional wrestling, and he has a lot. Here we go. Look at this. Talk about merchandise. Look at that. #badass for no reason. I like it. Is that a vinyl to go on the back of a window?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. We've also got these here with our little logo here, the #Butthurts.
Oh, my.
Feel free to show up at a show where you see the Outlaw or the Jailbird and accost one of us, and we'll make sure that we get you some of that. Little bit of excellence. Nothing says fuck you when you're driving 500 the speed limit in the hammer lane and the guy behind you is looking at a window decal that says #Butthurt. So,
just kind of slow down 5 miles an hour more.
Yeah. You got to make sure they see it.
That's right. Make sure they read it.
Yeah, you got to make sure they read it. But yeah, man. I was noticing on your.
You know what? You should get one that says "honk" if you've seen #Butthurt.
Not a bad idea. I don't know if I want people blowing a horn at me all day while I'm riding down the road. Though. That's a good way to get your ass
Hey,
kicked in
at
the
least
dick.
you know a lot of people are watching. A lot of people are watching if they do that, without a doubt. Without a doubt. So let me ask you a few wrestling questions here, like I always do, man. So how long have you been in the business, Outlaw?
Off and on for too long. I think I'm getting close to where I'm just slowing down. I mean, right now I'm just I'm doing work with ACW, Appalachian Championship Wrestling. Me and Jailbird have surveyed the land there and decided that their tag teams are kind of lacking. So we decided we're going to see.
Kind of like wait a minute. You're talking about my tag team too, bro.
Yeah, I know. Did I mention to the fans after I laid you out, I went ahead and went in there and stomped out Aftershock, and then unfortunately for Mr. Craven, he did get hoisted up and buried under a thin blue line while the Aftershock helplessly and out of breath watched on. But I'm not going to talk about that right now.
Okay, I got you.
I was gonna let that dog lie, but we're doing some work in ACW and.
My dad said wrestling is ballet with violence. I like it. I like it.
Yeah. I'm a pretty good dancer in that respect. But Excalibur, like I said before, Excalibur, any chance I can definitely make a show, I will go to an Excalibur show. In fact, September the 11th, Excalibur Championship Wrestling is going to be in East Lincoln Speedway for a big show. I think it's like $12 to get in. You can watch the races, the car races. And I'm not sure if Flight Risk is invited yet or not, but I'm sure Play ain't going to hold it against me if we show up anyway.
Right. Mr. Bruner said, bring me the head of Slappy the Clown. I think he's hiring you, sir.
I'll bring you the mask. Or actually, in the words of Quint, I'll bring you the head, the tail, the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
We got Excalibur Wrestling coming up, New Millennium Wrestling, which is where Jailbird trained, come up. Pretty much Jailbird was born at New Millennium. They're running also September the 11th. We're going to try to make both shows. So double booking, it is what it is. Thank you, sir. You just had to post that up, Andy. But yeah, Brew, that fella's been on hashtag butthurt as well. So yeah, with my new GPW spray that I've got in my truck right now, I think I can take about any title that they get thrown out in front of me.
And if you don't have a place to live and a belt to hold up your pants, it comes with that too.
Yeah. I mean, if you've got GPW spray, I mean, if you want to know what's actually inside GPW spray, go to hashtag butthurt on YouTube, and we mentioned the ingredients and how they make it, and the endorsement from the Macho King is up there.
Bruce said sorry, he was on the wrong account. Now he's on the Appalachian Mafia account. There you go.
Right. But
Missy wants to know, what is your top priority?
My little girl.
There you go.
I got my little girl. I'm a father before anything. That's my top priority. I'm actually home today instead of at an Excalibur show because daddy duties come before anything else. So player, when you watch this, I'm sorry. I know I am a man of my word, and I try to make every booking that I'm booked on. But things just kind of went sideways at the last minute today, and daddy duty takes precedence over everything else.
Without a doubt. I can't say anything about that. We had that talk earlier today. When I get sick, I just get sick. I can't help it. If I cancel on somebody, I mean, I've been canceled on. It just happens, bro. There's some things that you just can't help. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And no one should get mad about it. If you're on hashtag truth and you got canceled on by me, I always put it out there. If I cancel on you, please get back with me and I will rebook you at my nearest convenience, and we will put you on the show.
Yeah. If you get canceled on, don't get hashtag butthurt.
That's right.
Just hit the man up.
Hey,
Get
that's
you on
it.
there.
That's it.
But
And if I run out of electricity, or if my internet goes down, or just another wrestler decides to pop in on here, it just happens. I'm sorry, can't help it.
I've done it. I can't be mad at it. I don't get butt hurt over the small stuff because, in all actuality, no matter how much shit I talk into a camera, how many promos I cut, I'll never be scared to actually just climb in the ring in front of some fans and settle it. I don't run off.
Chris Thunder Anderson said, Scott Larson, you better not cancel on me. I will be here Wednesday night with bells on, sir. Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Thunder Anderson's a good worker.
Oh, yes. Yes, sir. As a matter of fact,
I used to watch him work at NAWA, and
right.
that's a good little promotion, man. I like that little place.
Right. As a matter of fact, Chris Thunder Anderson was the guy that I sat by for part of the Haliatsko Memorial Cup 6. And we actually did a small interview there, and I learned a lot about him beforehand. So it's going to be fun when it comes to the actual show. I know exactly what to ask him. Not that I didn't already, but you're my 281st episode. I've only got 19 to go to reach the big number 300, sir. And I'm all excited. I'm very excited. But yeah, it's going to be a good show. Now, when Outlaw and Jailbird come to HWA and face Chris Thunder Anderson and his tag team partner for their HWA titles,
I'd be glad to. All somebody's got to do is book it.
Uh-oh.
I mean, Flight Risk shows up where we're needed. So I mean, if as much as I can respect Chris Thunder Anderson and whoever his tag partner is, probably somebody I never heard of, but it doesn't matter. He can carry it. If the company he's working feels
it's Cruiser Lewis, sir. It's Cruiser Lewis. I know you've heard of him. Cruiser Lewis and Chris Thunder Anderson are the HWA tag team champions.
But yeah, I mean that's just a good match. I mean, I haven't worked in a match with Thunder. I have, however, been in a brawl with him, and I would like a second shot at that because, unbeknownst to me, without me paying too close attention, there was some stuff going on at ringside, and somehow he ended up with my handcuffs, and the last thing I saw was the lights of the stadium.
Oh, okay.
So he's one of the few that's gotten the better of the Outlaw. So a second chance, when I can see it coming, won't be that bad.
Okay, I like that in you. He said, "When I can see it coming." I like that.
Well, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. There was a lot of fists and feet flying around outside that ring that day.
Missy said, "My favorite Chris Thunder Anderson moment is that bunkhouse with the chair." Missy, I know you're going to be there Wednesday night, and I know if Chris Thunder Anderson doesn't give us the whole scoop on all these stories, I know you're going to help us out, ma'am. Thank you for showing up the hashtag truth. Bruce said, "I want that clown gone. Bring me his mask with his head in it, and you will be paid well." Uh-oh.
Well, I like money. But don't get it twisted. Business is business, but if Brew or any of his little 3-ring circus he calls it, whatever, get between me
Appalachian Mafia. The Appalachian Mafia.
Yeah, the 3-ring mafia. All right, so if any of those fellas try to get between the Jailbird and me going for those tag titles, because we'll get them through hook or crook. We'll go in there. We ain't above a slight bit.
Watch out for Out of Darkness, because we owe you a receipt.
Out of Darkness. I've heard that name before.
Here we go, man.
I can't place it. I mean, it's right on the tip of my boot, but I can't replace.
You'll see it. Okay. I got you.
Oh yeah. After Shook and Craven.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah, I got you.
It will happen. So you gave us your the one match that you've always wanted as a singles competitor. What about a tag team? What about Flight Risk? What is your the match that you really want, your big dream match as a tag team?
I don't really have one, man. My real goal is to just do something entertaining. And right now, honestly, the one thought simmering in the back of my head right now, I could flip a coin. I'm trying to decide which is more important, getting the ACW tag titles for nothing more than bragging rights and showing them how a tag team champion's supposed to do it, or if I'm just itching, I don't know, man. There's something about that Reaper's Playground match with that makes me just want to do it right, and then just put it behind me. I don't want to look
Somebody books
forward
that
to it.
match. I'm definitely going to be there. XCW, no matter who does it, I let me know. I will definitely show up that night.
There's something about a match where there's no padding on, nothing but the ring, bare bones.
Yep.
And you just got body parts colliding with board and steel, and it just looks like fun.
Very much so, man. So let me ask you about your training regimen. How does the Outlaw train for wrestling? How do you train during the week? I know you have a busy work schedule and you have a daughter at home and things like that. Do you get out to the gym much?
Well, every day I'm at work is basically a gym. I mean, there's some days where I'm carrying a 300-pound pipe on my shoulder here. Just one of my ladders weigh about 350 pounds. These large extendable 16-foot extendable ladders. They weigh about 300 pounds. I tote them on my shoulders. I'm jumping up and down into pits all day. Now that the gyms have opened back up, and it's going to cool down some. I just kind of go through it, man. I don't go and hit weights a lot because weights don't hit back. So I just try to keep the shoulders, the back strong. So when I lift somebody up in that thin blue line and bury them under it, I don't have to worry about them getting back up. You know what I'm saying? But now the gyms have opened up a little bit, and there's a gym right up the road here that I like to hit. And there's a in Hickory.
Thunder Anderson said you go to the gym just to turn around to go back to McDonald's.
He's close. I hate McNasty's. It's more Wendy's. Wendy's. They got the real. At least they look real. French fries.
Okay, I got you. Without a doubt. So let me ask you. You've ran this Outlaw gimmick for as long as I've known you. Has there ever been a time where you woke up and thought, man, maybe today I need to change. Maybe I need to be somebody else. Maybe I need to change it up a little bit and do something different? Or is the Outlaw exactly where you need to be?
Well, the thing about it is it's not a gimmick. I mean, my name's Outlaw. When your name is Outlaw, why change it? Why change who you are? I mean, really, when a worker's coming up and trying to figure out who he is in the ring, your gimmick finds you. Right. Your gimmick should be an extension of who you are inside. If you come up to me and to shake my hand, it don't matter if I'm getting ass or pumping gas. The Outlaw's the Outlaw. I mean, it just is what it is. I've always been me. I'm not going to change being me. Especially not for anybody else. I mean, I couldn't live with myself if I'm not me. I mean, basically all I do is just turn me up to 11 when I'm getting ready to do anything. And that's just me. I'm the Outlaw. I can't change who I am. I'm proud of every scar I got. I'm proud of who I am. I'm just an old, Blackwater Swamp, Georgia redneck that made a couple good choices and probably a lot more bad ones and put myself in a good place. And I go to bed early, wake up early, make my money, and kick ass on the weekends. And that's just what I do.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Well, if you have any questions, feel free to put them up there for Mr. Outlaw. We're going to take a quick break for another one of my sponsors, and we'll be right back.
September 4th, Excalibur Championship.
Well, we're not doing that one because September 4th is already come and gone. So apparently I forgot to erase that one.
Damn it, Larson.
Dang it. That's all on me, man. So here we go. Let's try this one over here.
Future Titans of Wrestling. Let me introduce myself. I am the Asian sensation. I've been everywhere. I have seen everything. There's not a move I can't counter. There's not a strategy that I can't defeat. You've got problems, and I've got solutions. Give me a call, because I am the ultimate solutions provider. September 19th. September 19th, the debut show for Future Titans of Wrestling. And you know what? I'll be there. I will be there. But I'm not coming alone. Oh no. I am bringing global domination with me. King Enterprises will be there. And we'll be watching, and we'll be playing. You want to know who they are? Do you want to know who they are? Well, come. September 19th, Mooney's Lounge. And you will see King Enterprises and Global Domination walk away with every single belt available. We will be the champion of champions. I will be the manager of champions. The future of wrestling lies with the Asian sensation and King Enterprises. Future Titans of Wrestling, if you want success, you gotta come through me. Peace be the journey.
Peace be the journey. All right.
He's got 17 people coming in him last I checked. I don't know how many people that dude needs to have following him around. He's like a mama duck.
But he's selling merchandise, man. King Enterprises store is one of our sponsors. Go check them out.
I've met him before, man. It seems like he's got his ducks in a row. I myself, I was Jailbird's manager for a while, and just managing one Jailbird, I felt like I had 17 people in a stable. So.
And Wolf, our favorite referee, said it is the Rent-A-Cop Outlaw. Hello, Scott. What's going on, Ben?
Yeah. Hashtag stab that ref. Yeah, Ben Wolf is the suckiest ref I've ever seen in my life.
And he also said, who is your favorite wrestler to work, and what wrestler would you love to work on the indies? You've already said the worker you want to work is Big Country, but who is your favorite wrestler to work?
My favorite to work? I can't think of one right now. To me, they're all just when it comes time to that ring bell, might as well be a dinner bell.
Okay, I got you.
All I think about when it comes time to do it's that.
I got you. My daughter wants to know, what was your favorite storyline that you were a part of in your whole career? Good question.
I would have to be last summer when me and the Jailbird had our little parting of ways and difference of opinion, because that led for me stepping out of the manager's role and showing the Jailbird how easy it is for the Outlaw to become a champion, how easy it is to climb in the ring and do what apparently, last summer, the storyline between the Outlaw and the Jailbird, just us going off each other, was one of the best storylines that I personally have ever been in, and I'm glad that Jailbird helped me create that. So I think that worked out good.
JC Wolf says, what's up, Outlaw? Hashtag badass for no reason.
What's up, lonely puppy?
What a lonely puppy. Now, what started off the hashtag badass for no reason? I understand you say you are, but where did you come up with that hashtag?
Somebody asked me something along the lines of, why would I do something that I just do? And the answer was, I am just badass for no good reason. And then I just started saying it during promos and tagging things online with it. And next thing you know, I got it copied. It just stuck. I mean, everything I do is badass, and I don't have to have a reason to do it. I just do it.
There you go. I heard that. Now, is there any belt out there in any certain company that you haven't gotten a hold of that you would like to get a hold of?
Well, honestly, I ain't in it for the belts. It's all bragging rights. The belts, like going for the tag titles at ACW. Um, it's bragging rights. There's no real belt that I wake up every day and I just wish I had. I mean, they got belts at Walmart. I got a couple belts hanging on my wall back there.
But to be the heavyweight champion of a promotion means you're the face of that promotion. So, doesn't that give it appeal?
It does, but then you got, there's a lot of work. At least on my part, I couldn't get a title and then sit back on my thumbs and just have a title. It's not in my nature. So when I was the Carolinas champion, which I took from Aftershock, which is a worthy opponent, I can't deny he got me, I got him, but in the end, I got the title. I took that belt, I elevated it. Everywhere I went, I took that belt, I introduced it to fans. I just gave that belt the prestige it needed, and I would do that with any belt. You can't just put the work in and say you want it and bug a promoter till you get it. I mean, you got to have the heart. You got to care about the company. Would I take Excalibur's title and raise it up to higher than it's ever been? Yes, I would. Well, could I take ACW's title and raise it up higher than it's ever been? Yes, I could. Could I take a Titan title and raise it up as high as it's ever been? Yes, I could. It's just a matter of finding a champion that's not scared to get in the ring and put it up, a promoter that's willing to book the matches to where they make sense, and the Outlaws show up, and I'll show out, and I'll be badass for no reason. And I am a champion, but I don't need a belt to be a champion. There's plenty of champions out there that don't have titles around their waist. That doesn't change the fact that they're a champion.
Right.
So when I say I'm the world's greatest fugitive recovery agent, world's greatest wrestler, and world's greatest champion, I might not be any of those things, but I dare you to get in the ring and try to convince me that I'm not. So that's the way I look at it.
So I have a question. You say you're on the lower end of your career. You're not going to be wrestling for very much longer. Is there any chance of you? I mean, you are a mouthpiece, sir. I'm not saying that in a bad or a negative way. You know how to get a crowd riled up better than most people that I know. And would you ever think about going into the managing part of it after you hang up your boots?
Well, I don't know. I don't really give it that much thought. I mean, like I said, Daddy, being a father comes before anything else. Career comes second. And wrestling, like I said, I do it because I enjoy it. And we all start off as marks. Some of us put the work in, some of us get the business, and some of us understand how it works and what you got to do to put asses in seats.
Right.
And, I know that it's not 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So, that's why I got to be a little more ruthless. That's why I got to do it in a quicker amount of time. I ain't trying to have an hour-long Iron Man with some kid 20 years younger than me. If I step in the ring and bend the rule to make sure that it's a 20-minute match instead of an hour-long match, that's what I'll do.
Right.
But, the simple fact of the matter is, I ain't going to be in the ring when I'm 60. And I know this. So, at some point.
Chair is driving me nuts, man. I'm going to have you come over and beat up this chair because this chair is.
I'm sure that chair's already had the shit beat out of it.
All right, man. We got a few minutes left, so I'm going to talk about your company, man. Are we going to see Flo back and running anytime soon? I know you get asked this all the time, but I'm going to ask it right here on #Truth. As everybody knows, Outlaw, or if you don't know, Outlaw runs a company named Flow, Future Legends of Wrestling, and it's been on the sidelines for a while as you've been out there wrestling and doing other things, being a family man and all that. Is Flow coming back at all, or is it?
Yeah, Flow will be back. Flow's just waiting for shit to go back to normal. No more. Once everything goes back to normal, even keels back out.
Now I've been watching. You're talking about the COVID and stuff like that,
talking
right?
About COVID, schools. Everybody's more comfortable going to crowds. The weather's more temperate. I mean, I thought a couple times about running some shows this summer, but it's been unusually hot. I don't see the point in chart, and it's already hot. It's already miserable outside. I would think twice about going to a fledgling company and sitting through a 2-hour show in 100 degrees outside. And there's a lot of places that unless you get your niche in there and you've got a constant venue with air conditioning, I would rather run flow in a climate controlled environment.
Right. I got you. And that makes total sense. I mean, I understand that too. And, there's not too many buildings like that around where you can just grab it and have it all year round. And it's not easy. Everybody thinks that being a promoter in professional wrestling is easy. You just, get a little bit of money, call a bunch of wrestlers together, throw a ring up, and bam, you got a show.
There's a lot of promoters that do that, but unfortunately, I don't think that's the right way to do it. I mean, you got fellas out there that are daily. I talked to a handful of them. You guys know who you are. Promoters that just call me and they'll vent for about 10 minutes about what the hell they're going through from day to day, and just getting people, to show up, getting fans to show up, trying your best to turn a profit, to put out a good put out a good product. And, I've seen them start up and fail, start up and fail, and start up and fail. And anybody that's seen indie wrestling for a long time has seen that very thing. And I just don't want to be start up and fail. I want to wait till I've got capital, wait till I got all my ducks in a row. Jailbird's busy with more kids than the old lady in the shoe. I'm busy. I've got my career's not dying down, my wrestling career, even though I tell myself I'm slowing down, I'm still taking 2 to 3 bookings on a weekend.
Right.
I'm doing a lot of cutting promos. I'm merchandising. I'm constantly busy, and that's a lot of bricks in the air. And promoters know what I'm talking about by a lot of bricks in the air. And I'm not going to throw a couple extra bricks in there, but I'm trying to juggle the ones I've already got. So, I'm not far from having a few financial obligations taken care of to where they're not an issue anymore. So, Flow will be back. They're most likely going to be running a show this coming fall, so that running outside is an option to where it's not 100 degrees and it's comfortable outside.
Right.
So Flow will definitely be back. Flow's just I had to back burner it so that it wouldn't fail.
Now let me ask you something. I've got to ask you this, and you got to give me an answer. Don't give me, well, it's too far off and I can't think that far ahead. Don't give me one of those answers, Outlaw. Who is the first wrestler you're going to call up when Flo decides to run back? Who's going to be that first wrestler? Who's going to be that number 1 draft pick for Flo? Who's going to get that first call from Outlaw?
Well, if it comes down to it, I ain't going to lie. It might have to be Big Country.
Oh, I like it.
Because I never was a fan of the forever Booker champion, because that happens in a lot of promotions. You got the guy that owns the company and runs the company, and he's the champion that never gives up the title. I would like
you know what they say about owners of the company that are the heavyweight champion, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, they're heavyweight champion at their own company because they can't do it anywhere else.
Well, it's like those that can't do teach. So,
oh snap! There you go.
So, if that's what it takes, that would be my one-time mark out. If no booker out there wants to put the Outlaw in the ring with Big Country, which would be a mistake, then if I've got to run my very first Flow show, Big Country, I would call you immediately and put your big ass in the ring with the biggest bear in the woods, the meanest dog in the yard, and the most venomous snake in the pit. And then we're going to see who crawls out first.
All right, we got 1 minute left, so here's the time when you put yourself out there. Where can we find the Outlaw on social media, and where are you going to be if you're going to be wrestling anywhere in the near future?
Well, if you want to find the Outlaw on anything, all you got to do is put in one of 2 copyrighted words, #butthurt or #badass for no reason. That should open you up to either Facebook, YouTube. You can find me on just about everywhere, man. Hashtag butthurt and hashtag badass for no reason will pretty much trace you right back to me. You can find me on Facebook, Fill Up My Shaft, if you want that in your search browser. But you can usually find me through hashtag badass for no reason. Where full episodes of hashtag butthurt are on YouTube under hashtag butthurt, which I'm going to keep doing. I'm going to be September the 11th. I'm going to be out there with Excalibur Championship Wrestling, whether they like it or not, at East Lincoln Speedway.
I think the camera hates me at this point.
Well, man, every camera hates you, Scott. You're going to have to get over that. I'm going to be at ACW, I think, on the 12th, Raising Hell. I'm going to be at, I think we're double booking for New Millennium on September the 11th. So if you can't catch us in East Lincoln, or if you catch us there and you can't get enough, scoot your ass on over to Kings Mountain and catch us at the Armory there for New Millennium Championship Wrestling, because Jailbird and me will be there as well. And if you want the Outlaw to come and take any title that is stuck on some loser that doesn't know how to do it properly and show you and everybody else at your company how a champion's supposed to carry a title, you feel free to hit me up. And Matt Burns and Rage Davidson, that's not a backhanded hope you don't accept challenge. Reaper's Playground is always on the table. If there's a booker out there that wants to put asses in seats and see some carnage, please contact any one of us, me, Jailbird, Rage Davidson, Matt Burns. We'll work out the details. I believe that would be a big draw. And that's about it, really. I mean,
well, there you have it. So I'm going to end it like this. And also, thank you very much for coming, Outlaw. It's always a pleasure having you on the show. And I'm going to end it like this: Reaper's Playground, Terror Kings versus Flight Risk. Take my money, please. Somebody book it. And that's the hashtag truth. We'll see you Wednesday night when we have Mr. Thunder Anderson on. And we'll see you then, man. Have a great night, Mr. Outlaw. Thank you for coming. Go check on your daughter, man. Make sure she's okay.
Deuces, bitches.
All right, we're out of here.